Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go and try to see well, I will have to like turn this thing off here because I'm like outside and I wanted to like record this video. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna check on the installed games we have here. What on earth can we try? What's up guys, and in today's video I would like to try the game Ghost of Tsushima, which is actually not verified as you can see here, but it runs flawlessly. It's pretty much like a PS4 Pro or PS4 Slim 30 FPS experience way back in 2020. It's crazy to think that, or crazy even to say that 2020 has been like 5 years ago, and it runs good. I know it's not verified, but don't get like fooled by this, because oftentimes you can play these games just as good as if it would be like verified, or oftentimes verified games are like running worse on the Steam Deck for some reason. So like don't get like, you know, fooled by this. They're running on max brightness just, you know, to make you able to see much more detail on the screen. 60 Hz as always, and using 10 watts. And I'm like wondering if outside I barely have like any Wi-Fi, but let's see if we can run this game here. This game has been like ported last year to the Steam or the PC version actually, and I would say even back then the game ran pretty good. Okay, we don't have much internet connection here, but let's see if the sync problem doesn't gonna solve, like bring us any issues, because this has been the same with Alan Wake. I can't skip this, but the newly released Last of Us Part 2 remake thing has got the skippable cutscenes or whatever, the intro thing. You know what I'm trying to mean. And as always, this has been like ported from the Team Nexus, or Nixus I mean, sorry. I'm gonna show you also the settings, but first I wanna boot into the game, or load into the game. At least you can see a bit more from the screen this way. I have to like hold it in a certain angle. But let's go into the settings. Oops, that wasn't it. Maybe that, no. Hold on a second. Really? Alright, so we're gonna go to the options here, and display or graphics. We have the preset here on medium. So considering I'm running this game on medium settings, I have like a console-like experience, which is fantastic if you ask me. I have things set to low. You can just, you know, take a look here. But I gotta tell you, considering we're running this on the Steam Deck, which is has got a resolution of 1280 x 800, which is not large, you know, certainly for the eyes on a close distance, it looks fantastic. But I completely like forgot the controls, like how you can call the horse or anything like that. Alright. I'm wondering if we can hit more frames than 30 frames if we enable something or like turn something off. 60 Hz. How about if I apply this thing here? Will it make any difference? Yes, it does. I obviously still not have 60 frames, but I have like 40. This will make your Steam Deck run more noisy, like if you have a Steam Deck LCD. But it's still playable, but I guess like you lose quite a bit of battery life since this is a AAA title. I'll be really bad in this fighting because I totally have not been playing this game for a long time. Yeah, just as I told you. I might even die here. I used to be better when I have been like playing this actively, but I never played this actually on a Steam Deck. I mean, I tried it, but not for the fighting, just, you know, to fool around with the horse. Was that it? Like nothing else? I was expecting a bit like more action. I don't even know which one I have to use, to be honest. I think maybe that one. You barely see anything from the screen, and I died here, actually. Oops. But I would say, you know, for the most part, considering we're running a AAA title from 2020, ported last year on the PC, in 2024, this runs pretty flawlessly, I would say. More like a 30 FPS experience. So I don't really think that this option here makes that much sense as far as for the Steam Deck 1, you know, who knows, maybe in the future on a Steam Deck 2 this would be probably a lot more usable option here, you know. If you would like to achieve 60 frames, you know, we never know in the future, but I highly think that the Steam Deck 2, once it will be like released, you know, sooner or later, it's probably a couple of years away from now, but once it releases, all the games that are kind of like struggling at the moment will be definitely running amazingly on the Steam Deck 2. But as far as, you know, testing the game, I could see some drops to 29, you know, when we get like to an intensive scenario, but considering we're running this game on medium to low settings, it's still completely fine. I'm wondering if this is an enemy. Yeah. I'm wondering what am I gonna be able to do in this scenario. Alright, at least. Yeah, I totally like forgot like how to fight. Well, at least I have not died here. But I don't want to drag this video out too much, you know, as always. I think this is a masterpiece of a game, work of art, and it runs solid on the Steam Deck. Probably you have a much better screen if you have the Steam Deck OLED, since my Steam Deck is the LCD version. But other than that, it runs just as good on the Steam Deck LCD. And as always, take care and see you in the next one.